Hello and welcome back to Euro Football Daily, where today we're looking at 10 players who came back strong this season. We've already covered Stones, Lingard and Luke Shaw, so don't expect to see them, but we've got 10 strong entrants who deserve the same attention. 10. Antonio Rudiger. Back in January, it seemed that Chelsea would finish the year outside the top 4 and without silverware, but the arrival of Thomas Tuchel at Stamford Bridge changed everything. The Blues are now challenging for Europe and are Champions League finalists, and no one epitomises the change in their fortunes quite as well as Antonio Rudiger. The German was largely unused under Lampard, playing just 21% of available minutes in the Prem, but under Tuchel he's been a virtual ever-present, with only Mendy, Mount and Paqueta earning more minutes. And he's been vital to Chelsea in terms of ball progression, playing with freedom on the left of a back three. Only Kovacic and Jorginho pass into the final third more than his 6 times a game, and only Silva and the Croatian carry the ball more, while Rudiger is the sole outfielder at the club who has not been dispossessed once this season. And though he rarely needs to make tackles, he also rarely makes errors, with 40% of his pressures seeing him come away with the ball, the best rate at the club. Reportedly up for sale last summer, the 28-year-old is now indispensable to one of Europe's best defences, and could make himself immortal in Porto. 9. Craig Dawson. It's fair to say that no one saw West Ham's season coming. The Irons were a disaster in 2019-20 despite having spent a record £108 million in the transfer market, with Manuel Pellegrini sacked before January and replacement David Moyes finishing just 5 points clear of the relegation zone. But with just days left of the 2020-21 campaign, the Hammers are set for European football and will potentially record their highest finish since 1999, and veteran Craig Dawson has played a key role. The Englishman has appeared less than you think, with 9 West Ham players earning more minutes, but the 31-year-old has provided solidity in a backline historically prone to chaos. Relegated with Watford last year, Dawson is less active than in the past, with just 1 tackle every 2 games, but his reading of play remains strong, with as many interceptions as Sofal, the second most blocks in the squad, and a massive 73% aerial win rate, while he's also chipped in with 3 goals in the league. As a result, West Ham have embarrassed the likes of Spurs and Arsenal and are set for their best defensive record in 6 years. Good thing that they rescued Dawson from the Championship. 8. Lucas Paqueta. At £35 million, Lucas Paqueta is the 3rd most expensive signing in AC Milan's history, but the Brazilian never truly settles at the San Siro. Arriving at the age of 21, he spent just a year and a half in Italy before being shipped out for half his original price, producing just 1 goal and 2 assists in that time, though more impressive performances with his country saw him pick up a Copa America medal in 2019. To be honest, we felt that even the £18 million Lyon paid might have been too much, but in a slower league and a more attacking side, the 23-year-old has flourished. At the time of writing, he's produced 10 goals and assists in Ligue 1, more than Houssam Aouar, and his expected goals per 90 has climbed from a miserable 0.2 to an excellent 0.5. He ranks 3rd in the squad behind midfielders Bruno and Kakare for pressures, wins possession 3.6 times a match, and is more important to the club's passing game than Aouar too, with the 2nd most passes into the box behind Depay and 2nd most progressive passes. Overall, the youngster's progression makes the possible departure of Aouar less frightening for Ligue 1. Once again, Lyon have found a gem on the cheap. 7. Unai Emery. Not much was expected of Unai Emery at Villarreal this season. His reputation torched by a limp spell at Arsenal, he inherited a team coming off a 5th place finish but deprived of 2 key starters, Anguissa, who played all but 2 games before returning to Fulham, and Cazorla, who produced 11 goals and 9 assists in league play for the Yellow Submarine. But Villarreal are on track to roughly match last year's tally of 60 points, have reached their first European final since the 2004 Intertoto Cup, and despite the huge leap forward taken by Real Sociedad, the side could yet beat the Basques to 5th spot. Under Emery, Gerard Moreno has flourished, hitting over 20 league goals for the first time in his career, and more surprisingly for those who watched Emery's Arsenal, the defence is improved this campaign, going from allowing 12.7 shots a game to 10.5, and from conceding 1.3 a match to 1.1. They're even better at playing out under pressure, with only the big 3 plus Sevilla completing more passes on average before losing possession. PSG and Arsenal may not have been the right fits for Emery. but for ambitious mid-level sides, he remains one of the best bets in the game. 6. James Tavernier. It takes a lot to make a Glaswegian love an Englishman, but James Tavernier is a special case. The 29-year-old, who joined Rangers when they were still in the Scottish Championship, captained them to the title this campaign, and is closing in on 300 appearances for the club, meaning that his new contract, lasting until 2024, could see him break the side's top 10 for appearances. Tavernier is unusually prolific for a fullback, but last year was unspectacular, at least by his lofty standards. Having produced an incredible 30 goal involvements in 2018-19, he dropped to 10 in 2019-20, but once again he's flying this campaign, bagging 11 and creating a further 9 at the time of writing, to have a hand in more strikes than Celtic's Odsonne Edouard. Meanwhile, Rangers' defence has gone from strong to obscene, allowing just 13 goals in 38 games, and Tavernier has been impassable, winning over 75% of his attempted challenges. Formerly a journeyman in the English lower leagues, the fullback has found his form, a home, and finally the silverware he deserves. And with Steven Gerrard around, expect him to add to that trophy cabinet next year. 5. Henrik Mkhitaryan. When Jose Mourinho was announced as Roma's manager for the forthcoming 21-22 campaign, hearts sank all over the Eternal City, but we doubt many felt the blow as keenly as Henrik Mkhitaryan. The Armenian endured a turbulent spell at Old Trafford under the Portuguese, ditched after 18 months and 11 goal involvements in 39 games, and is now reunited with his former boss, just as he's rediscovered his Dortmund mojo. Mkhitaryan has been in scintillating form this year, with 17 goals and assists in 26 starts for the Giallorossi, by far the best tally in a team limping into 7th. At 0.7 expected goals per 90, he's getting and creating better chances than in any campaign since he left Dortmund. He's dribbling more and with greater success than at any point since 2017, and he's also working hard off the ball, with the second most pressures in the squad and 3 tackles and interceptions per game, a 6-year high. All of that would make him a firm favourite with most coaches, but after beasts with Pogba, Ndombele and Dele Alli, Mourinho has shown that his most impressive ability is finding ways to alienate his best players. From all of us at FD, the best of luck to Henrik next year. 4. Barak Yelmez. Perhaps comeback is not quite the right word for Barak Yelmez's season, but frankly the Turk could have been forgotten by now. After a stellar campaign in his homeland with 126 Super League goals plus 2 titles, he seemed to be winding down toward retirement in 2016 when he moved to China, picking up a reported £150,000 a week at Beijing Goan. But a return to Turkey produced 53 goals in 3 seasons, and in 2020, at the age of 35, Yilmaz finally got his shot in a top 5 league with a free transfer to Lille, and now stands on the cusp of a French title. At present, the striker is the team's top scorer, bagging 15 goals and 5 assists in the top flight, at a rate of 1 every 99 minutes. Filling the shoes of £63 million Victor Osimhen, Yilmaz carried the side through a tough autumn, and now only Depay, Ben Yedder and Mbappe have more goals and assists per 90 than him in Ligue 1. To add to a great campaign, Yilmaz has netted 4 goals in 3 appearances for his country, including a hat-trick in a famous win over the Netherlands, and is set to lead the line for the Crescent Stars at the Euros. Another veteran rolling back the years. 3. Jesus Navas. With Atletico, Real and Barca tussling for the Spanish title, Sevilla's excellent season has gone under the radar. The Andalusians are just 9 points off top spot at the time of recording and have improved in every regard from last season, with more points overall, as well as more goals scored and fewer conceded per game. And at the heart of the team is Jesus Navas, excelling at fullback, the most physically demanding role in football, at the age of 35. Largely written off after a middling 4 years at Manchester City, the Spaniard is Sevilla's record appearance maker with close to 600 games for the side, over 150 more than his nearest rival, and this year has produced some of the best football of his career, with 6 league assists for the Nervionenses, a team high. With 2 key passes per game, he's making more chances than in any season since 2015, and while he wins possession just twice per 90, he's being dribbled past less than ever before. Amazingly, he even made a return to the Spanish national team this season, a testament to his exceptional consistency and professionalism. 2. Sporting Club de Portugal. Next up is another exception to our list, but we simply had to give credit to Sporting CP, one of the miracles of the campaign. As recently as 2018, the club was in utter turmoil, with fans breaking into the training ground and attacking players, and the fallout resulted in the departure of club president Bruno de Carvalho, before star midfielder Bruno Fernandes was sold in 2020. A move which led some to doubt the Lisbon outfit could ever break a title drought stretching back to 2002. But they needn't have worried. Sporting took a huge gamble in March 2020, paying Braga €10 million to take their coach Ruben Amorim, despite the former midfielder having spent just 2 months in management, and it's paid off handsomely. Sporting have romped to the title, not losing a single game at the time of writing, and their defence has been staggering, allowing under half a goal per game. Amorim has also found his Fernandes replacement, coaxing over 20 goals and assists out of 22-year-old midfielder Pedro Gonçalves, and overall racking up a win rate of 72%, the best of any Sporting boss since 1963. Time will tell how long they can keep Gonçalves and Amorim, but Sporting are deservedly back on top at last. 1. Romelu Lukaku. As well as ending an 11-year wait for the Scudetto this season, Inter Milan's campaign had the pleasant bonus of making Manchester United look stupid. The Nerazzurri's season saw Alexis Sanchez, Ashley Young and Matteo Darmian all make key contributions, but Conte's side would have got nowhere near the title without Romelu Lukaku, comfortably the best player in Italy in 2021. The Belgian, now 27, spent 2 years at Old Trafford after his £75 million switch from Everton in 2017, but the fans never took to him. 23 goal involvements in his first season dropped to 12 in his second, and he was shipped out to Milan, where he has once again found top form, while United have alternated between an ancient Cavani and disappointing Martial up top. Lukaku hit 34 goals in 2019-20, and this season he's been involved in more strikes than anyone else in Serie A, currently sitting second in the scoring charts and top of the assists with a goal contribution every 86 minutes, as well as hitting all-time highs for chances created and dribbles completed. Once derided for his touch, Lukaku is now regarded as one of the best forwards in Europe. Perhaps it was United that failed him and not the other way round. So those were our 10 best player comebacks this season, but have you got any shouts yourself? Let us know in the comments below and we'll do our best to reply. If you enjoyed this video, why not go and check out the latest EFD Explained, which is on screen right now, and of course subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and leave this video a like. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.